perfect.
No anxiety attack inside.
We're growing.
We're feeling good. We're growing.
My two aunties.
Aunties are in town. American style.
There once was an island further than any boat had reached, and she sat there in silence, alone with Eddie.
Hello guys. Not really sure why we're squatting on the floor, but I'm wearing heels and I feel like as soon as I'm wearing heels I just want to squat. Welcome back to the channel. I got myself a little mic. I feel like I've been thinking about getting one of these mics for so long. More for like Instagram, TikTok content, because I kind of want to push myself to do more talky stuff on there. But then I was like, wow, this actually opens up a whole world with YouTube. Like I can do a shot like this and talk to you guys and have the fan on and you guys can still hear me pretty well. So you'll probably be seeing this little guy more often. It's March, which means it's autumn in Australia, or fall, whatever you call it. However, it is not giving fall or autumn at all. This week is like consistently just like in the 30s, so hot. And as you guys know from my past video, if you saw, our aircon here in the apartment just doesn't work. So I have like the fan going on at the moment. But that has meant we've been staying a lot at my boyfriend's parents' house because guys, I just don't sleep well in the heat. But yeah, this week started off with a surprising turn for I think a lot of people in Australia with the cyclone. And obviously all my family and a lot of my friends and community live in Byron Bay or like the northern rivers. So everyone was really bracing themselves to be hit by the cyclone, and then we were really worried about floods. That meant that my friend Cam that was visiting had to stay longer. So the whole beginning of March has just been like, I guess not what I expected. I was like, okay, March, full time, introvert time, get shit done time. And it's just been hot and there's been cyclones and flights have been cancelled. But thankfully everyone I know is safe. I hope if you're watching this, if you were affected by the cyclone in any way or the floods that came with it, sending so much love. Diptyque is hosting a little event in Fitzroy and I got invited like a couple hours ago. So I did not expect to do this tonight. I kind of am thinking maybe this is cute. I don't know. I also am going to this event alone, which I feel like people don't talk about this, but a lot of times as an influencer when you go to events alone, everyone's just kind of like usually just chilling and chatting and taking photos, and if you don't really have anyone that you know, it's kind of like you enter and you just don't really know what to do with yourself. But again, trying to push myself out of my comfort zone and be like, it's fine. I'll meet someone, I can introduce myself to someone. I'm also really nervous because it means I need to drive there and my brain is already like, fuck, where do I park? But we'll see when we get there, yeah? I'm about to go. This is the fit. I'm wearing this Hansel and Gretel dress I got at the end of last year. My Nina bag, Dico shoes. Dad made me all the silver jewelry for Fashion Week last year. I don't know if you guys remember. Okay, now we need to drive. We can do it. We can drive in Fitzroy. That is something we can do. Just left the event. I actually found a few people that I follow and I just like went up to them and was like, hey, I follow you, hi. And they were actually all so lovely. Most of the people in there I had no idea who they are, but the people that I did talk to were so sweet, and it's always just such a good reminder, like no one gives a fuck, everyone's just down to chat. I'm glad I pushed myself to go, glad I pushed myself to drive, and now I need to drive some more.
Oh my god, that's a cool camera.
It's like,
oh my god, it's so cool, Joy.
Prettiest.
City girls.
City girls. I actually drove here and didn't cry.
No anxiety attack inside.
We're growing.
I'm feeling good. We're growing.
Good morning. I just had a matcha in Collingwood at a coffee, and I'm actually about to go do a little podcast. You guys know I started a podcast. All the episodes are still up online. I can link them below if you're interested. I feel like a whole different person since I filmed them. It feels so long ago. I'm sure my podcast will come back one day. I have lots of ideas, but I think now because I'm juggling so many projects, I just can't even think about that. So I feel like this is going to be a really fun way to like podcast again, and it's not even my podcast. We need to have a little debrief. I went to like a DJ set thing last night, and I decided to be really brave and drive there. The reason I'm saying really brave, even though I've gotten so much better with my driving, it's near the city, which freaks me out already, but I kind of like talked to my boyfriend about it, and I was like, okay, I think I know where to park, it's all good. So I was brave and went. We did not realise though that there was going to be the Carlton-Richmond game, which for people not from Melbourne, it's like AFL football, big stadium. The DJ set was very much right next to the stadium, so it was absolute chaos. There was no way I was going to get a park, and just a few things with my GPS, and Nav freaked out, and then I freaked out, and that set me into the panic anxiety thing that I get with driving. And then I just kind of messed up a bit. Like, nothing dramatic happened, no one was hurt, nothing happened, but I'm just so hard on myself that if like I do something wrong or someone honks, I just feel so horrible. And so I just went into a full panic attack, and then I kind of like gathered myself because I was like, I really want to make it to this gig, and I was bringing a camera so that like people could film it. Anyway, I get to the DJ set, and then as soon as I was with someone that I felt comfortable with, I just burst out crying, and then just like hid in the back and just had another fucking breakdown. It's really defeating when you feel like you're making progress and then it kind of hits you again. And I don't know, then there's also, I think my whole life being a very like sensitive person, I also get like really embarrassed when I start crying in front of people that I'm not like super comfortable with. I'm just like, fucking hold it together, Joy. And then I think me trying to hold it together makes it worse. But I was really lucky. I had like 2 friends that I felt comfortable with me, and they were so sweet and taking care of me, and I managed to like get out of the panic. It was just really full on, and I think that I just kind of, even after that, I like was still trying to keep it together while I was like socializing with all these people. And then I just slept really bad all night and woke up just in a really weird place because I don't think I actually really let my nervous system like calm down. I like kind of just went from like full panic attack to like getting myself together enough that I don't cry at the DJ set, to then like bawling my eyes out, to then trying to get myself together again so that I can keep interacting and socializing at this event. And I really should have just gone home, but I was just like, fuck, I wanted to be here. I don't know, I think I just put pressure on myself to like be okay. So anyway, I woke up this morning, I called mom, I had a big cry, I talked to some other girlfriends and people, and I did like a 5-page journal sesh. Now I'm feeling a lot better, but I do think that it was a really big wake-up call of like, I'm not taking care of myself. I've just kind of been like go, go, go and not really filling up my tank. For instance, I haven't been working out, which really affects my mental health and how I manage stress. I have just been so social and non-stop. I haven't really had a moment to just chill and be by myself, which as an introvert and like a highly sensitive person, I just really need that. I'm just learning, like in the city, I expect myself to be able to just like go, 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 because it feels like everyone around me is just able to do that. But it's moments like that where I'm like, I can't do that. I need to take care of myself, and I think I've been focused in my in-between times on taking care of other people, and I'm so grateful and happy and honored to be able to be there for the people in my life, but I think when it starts coming at a cost of not taking care of myself, I'm like, I have to remind myself, if I burn myself out, I won't be able to be there for anyone. I think I'm also realizing, like, I'm all for getting out of your comfort zone, and I'm really proud of myself because I've been doing a lot of things out of my comfort zone recently, but too much out of your comfort zone too fast is maybe not a good thing. So I think I just need to slow down a little bit, be a bit more soft on myself, and go back to the things that are going to help me. This to me is comfort. One of the things I often do when I'm needing to recharge and connect to myself, and I don't know, it just feels very therapeutic to me, is reading my journal, like reading past entries. Sometimes I'll go like really far back, but actually all my old journals are in Byron, so I only have this one. This is the 11th of August, and it literally says here, "It's wild that the biggest thing I'm concerned about is driving in Melbourne." On the 11th of August, I was thinking about moving to Melbourne, and I was already concerned about driving. Like, there is so much to worry about when moving to a whole new city. It just proves how ingrained this fear has been, and it's just so funny that this is the most random page I opened up to. I think that's the thing about journaling, is that like so much of it is my subconscious, that like I have these thoughts but I don't often like realize it sometimes until I look back with some perspective.
Opening our knees nice.
Workout done, freshly showered, face mask on. I'm feeling reborn. I'm feeling so much better today. I feel like I haven't slept super well. It's funny, I actually, if you guys have noticed in my videos, I have the Ultra Human ring. It's like another brand that does the exact same thing as like the Aura ring, if you've heard of that, but pretty much it like tracks everything that like an Apple Watch would track. So like your steps, your heart rate, your temperature, all of that stuff. So it tracks my sleep. So I don't often wear it in the day because I kind of only usually use it for sleep, and mainly the reason I got it is for tracking my cycle. If you guys aren't aware, you can actually track your cycle through your temperature. Like, it shows when you ovulate, just on how your temperature dips and stuff. But anyway, I woke up and I was like, fuck, I feel like I have not slept well. But then my app says that I have had 7.5 hours sleep, which I guess for me, like, I usually need or really want like between 8 to 10, which I know is a lot. I really feel when I don't have enough sleep. So I feel a bit weird this morning. I also have a bit of a headache, but I think once I have a matcha, that will help. Guys, I actually think that like if I don't have a matcha, I go through withdrawals. It's so bad. So let's make ourselves a little matcha. My beautiful friend Edie brought me back some matcha from home. It's like my favorite matcha powder. Look how green it is. That's a really good one. On the topic of like tracking my cycle and stuff, I feel like it's really interesting thinking back on the last week and the fact that I was on my period all last week, and I think that's just an extra layer of why that massive burnout happened. Usually the first like 24 hours of my period is quite rough, and I'm like just very exhausted, in pain. It's hard for me to like do much functioning, and I usually try to just let myself rest that day, like the first day of my period. But this week I just had lots of stuff I had to do, so I kind of just took lots of painkillers and just like kept going. And I'm also trying to get better at just like letting myself take painkillers, because I think for a long time I would like just suffer and not take painkillers because I was like, I don't want to take painkillers, they're bad for you or whatever. But like, they're not that bad for you if you take them not all the time. So now I'm trying to reprogram my brain that I'm like, I don't need to be like dying on the floor to take a painkiller. But that being said, I feel like because I took the painkillers, I was kind of disconnected from what my body needed, which was really to just rest. And I think that's something about being in the city, is that like a lot of the women I talk to here are medicated or take the pill because the lifestyle here doesn't really allow you to have moments of rest. And we all have to do what we have to do as women to navigate this world. But it definitely was a good reminder for me to be like, it's not crazy that I'm struggling, it's just like a lot to navigate. And yeah, today I'm actually gonna go help out my boyfriend on a shoot that he's doing. I probably should be doing my own work, but I love being on set and I would love to be a helping hand. And my brother is actually one of the talent today, which is really exciting. I still have the morning today to regroup, so I'm gonna still continue taking care of myself, taking it slow. I'll try to shoot some BTS for you guys. If you're anything like me, like I literally sometimes don't even watch movies, I just watch the behind the scenes of movies. Hopefully you guys are the same.
Go for one, looks amazing. Perfect, if you hold back a bit, hold there. And could you turn left into the lane behind us, please?